G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here with yet another movie in the SunFoil 5th prototype construction series. And this one I suppose we can call it Shiny Shiny Shiny. I think I finally got there. The second coat of the day went on an hour and a half ago. It's touch dry. We did have an incident with a blue wren, but it left its deposits after the paint had skinned. So no actual damage or drama. Most of the masking tape stuck where I put it, and I've got a good edge most places, but you know, some underspray got there. I'm not going to worry about that. Here's the PVA and sawdust repair. To the Wayne's World not epoxy. It's not perfect, but let's face it, it's going on a fiberglass canopy that's got gel coat delamination issues, so it's better than what it's going on. There's a bit more of that underspray. Sad but true. So I think in a couple of days, when this is safe to touch, that's the worst masking tape failure issue. In a couple of days, when this is safe to touch, I will cut rubber foot pads out of inner tube material to go on the bottom of the pylons, and I'll do a bit of sign writing practice and see if I can't make it neatly say SunFoil Mark 5. So we're getting there. This time next week it should be on the rodeo. Cheops law. Nothing gets built on time or within budget. So said Robert Heinlein in the Notebooks of Lazarus Long in a book called Time Enough for Love. I would like to put in a shout out to Dave's Act, or Dave's ACT, however I'm supposed to pronounce that, Dave. Thank you very much for your prompt response to learning of the SunFoil project and putting the feature on your blog site and buying the panel and taking your Fuelburn figures and bolting the panel to the roof of your car. I think it's absolutely magnificent. You are doing what I was expecting YouTubers would start to do about a year ago. I thought people would take about a month to think it over in their mind, and then they just go out and do it, because when you turn it over and over in your head, it can't hurt, it's got to help, and every improvement in fuel efficiency is going to be a benefit. I really love the minimalist approach of putting a bare panel smack onto your roof rack with 4 bolts, because it proves to the doubters that if you can save fuel with just a flat square edge panel, then any amount of streamlining is going to improve it still further. And on a 4-wheel drive, which is pretty, you know, brick-like anyway from an aerodynamic point of view, having a flat square solar panel on the roof is not going to make it any worse, particularly. So yeah, you prove that having a flat square panel will save fuel and everybody will be happy. For those of you who haven't been to Dave's channel and had a look, it's lowercase Dave's Act, D-A-V-E-S-A-C-T, and he's got a V6 Ford Explorer with adjustable roof rack bars, and it's now got a 20-watt panel on the roof. He's got the same regulator I've got. He's planning on fitting a fuse between the regulator and the battery, because he hadn't noticed that in the build-up. But $135 I think it's cost him to turn his V6 Ford Explorer into a SunFoil equipped hillbilly hybrid. His Fuelburn figures were 5.67 kilometres to the litre and 6.1 kilometres to the litre, the last 2 tanks that he drove without a SunFoil. I expect that by the end of a month he'll be getting 7 to 8 kilometres to the litre, and if he sticks another 20-watt panel on there, he might come up around the 8 or 9 k's to the litre, possibly even 10 k's to the litre. His battery has been seriously undercharged because his electric windows have been creepy and responding very slowly or not at all, and his central locking's been refusing commands. So from my point of view, Dave's Act has got the perfect car that needs to have a solar panel. So let's just watch on, and can all of my SunFoil, you know, disciples or followers go and have a look at Dave's project. He's called it the SunFoil Construction Series, and he uses a lowercase f in SunFoil, and that's cool. It sort of segregates his movie from mine on the search engine, I imagine. And yeah, I'm sort of happy as a dog with a belly full of piss and a packet full of corners, because things are finally starting to happen the way I wanted them to. What else can I say about Dave? He's the only person I know who's got trail camera footage of wombats on his channel. Yeah? And that's a pretty serious Australian there. Good on you, Dave. Thanks very much. Ciao.